Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk with Paige Selenski, a member of the United States, played in the World Cup, and of course, a little Olympic action for her and some of the girls from northeastern Pennsylvania, and looking to see if we could do that one more time around. Paige, tell us about your experience at the World Cup.
It was exciting. It was definitely a little bit unexpected how we were able to come out of pool play undefeated. So that was pretty exciting, something we didn't really expect, but I think we just kind of got momentum going, winning the first game, tying the second game, and, we just kind of carried that through, and, we were able to be really successful, and, I think that we really came together as a team, really united throughout the whole tournament.
You've had so much experience playing field hockey, not only at Dallas and the University of Virginia, but all over the country and all over the world at this point. What's it been like for you to kind of take that path and be able to play a game you love so much all over the place and do it with some friends here from northeastern Pennsylvania as well?
It's something I really try not to take for granted because, I've done a lot of coaching over the summer, and I look at some of the girls, and I think to myself, I used to be in their shoes, so I try to tell them and put it in perspective that, you can really excel pretty quickly, and I feel like that's what Kat, Kelsey, and I have done. So we really just, it's been a step-by-step progress, but, you just have to put in perspective and just keep working hard and at least try and play in college, and then the national team sites can really be on the horizon for anyone.
Well, northeastern Pennsylvania kind of has that open door at this point to say, wow, that girl's pretty good. It seems like they're getting the extra looks, and you girls have paved the way. There's some girls before you, young ladies, that have paved the way as well, and it just seems like we just keep producing some great athletes on the field hockey field.
Yeah, the Wyoming Valley has really produced some great players, and those players have went on to do great things, not only in college but internationally. So I think as the area progresses in field hockey, I think we should continue to just look at the girls that have done that and have gone to, huge tournaments like the Olympics and the World Cup, and just really, really give the girls the hope of that could be one of you someday if you put in the hard work and you put in the time to make yourself a better field hockey player.
Tell us about always being in shape, and of course this year seemed to be the theme that the United States field hockey team was in better shape than everybody else. Tell us about how difficult the training was leading up to the World Cup, and if you thought that made much of a difference.
Yeah, our training has really, gotten very, very tough, and that's part of the reason why we were so successful. We were the fittest team there, and we just really outrun people because we not only have people that can run for days, but we have people that are really quick, really fast. So I think when we combined those types of people, we were able to just run teams off their legs. And, it's partly we have naturally gifted athletes, and partly because we put a lot of work in. We put a lot of time into becoming very fit and becoming very strong and fast. And I think you look back on it, and you look back on the days where we're running at practice and everyone's collapsing on the field, and you look back on it when you're at the World Cup and you're running teams off their legs, and you're like, you know what, it's worth it because, you watch other teams and their hands are on their knees, they're completely gassed, and we're still going. So it definitely pays off in the end.
Paige, you talk about maybe when you're in high school and you're eating anything you want and getting away with it. As you get to college, I'm sure that becomes a little bit more strict. You start learning a little bit more, doing a little bit more, and of course every athlete is different, what they can tolerate, what they can't. But when you get to the level that you're playing at with the best in the world, tell us about nutritionally, how things went for you over the last couple of years, and make sure that you're fueling your body properly and resting and doing everything you need to do and hydrating properly as well.
Yeah, it's something that you just kind of learn gradually over the course of from college all the way through with the national team. You kind of learn a little bit here and there about nutrition. A lot of times, colleges and on the national team, we have a nutritionist that we learn. Everyone's different, and everyone needs to fuel their body differently. And, like, some people can get away with things and eat things that other people can't. And, I mean, you kind of you learn as you go, and you learn what you can eat, what you can't eat, and we kind of know, like, the proportion of, like, protein to carbs and, like, what kind of nutrition we should be getting in after a really hard workout. A lot of us drink, like, protein shakes. So it's funny, I look at, like, girls at camp. I was down at UVA, and a lot of them are, like, getting pizza and french fries. I'm like, oh, you know, I could have got away with that at that age, but, I mean, now I can't really get away with that anymore.
We're talking about Paige Selenski, who's a member of the USA team, and of course, they just played the World Cup. They're going to start training now for the Olympics. Paige, how about your journey at this point? What do you have on tap over the next couple of months, and you're going to continue to play?
Right now, we're kind of in we had a month off just to kind of decompress and get away from the field for a little bit. I mean, we still have, like, lifting and running to do, but they kind of wanted us to get away from the field for a little and just kind of have time to ourselves, which is really nice. But we start up on Monday the 14th again, so we'll be back into full training. And I don't think we have another big tournament for another. I think the next big tournament would be the Pan Am Games, which is in the end of 2015. So we still got some time to kind of continue to build our team and progress. And I mean, we've only been training for a year together with our new coach, and I mean, we've already progressed so much. So I'm really looking forward to what we can continue to bring out on that field, because I mean, it's been incredible already, and it's only the start. So, but yeah, I could plan to keep playing through the Olympics, hopefully, but also, like, continue to do things off the field, like possibly just to, like, set myself up for the future, I guess.
We'll talk with Kat and Kelsey. Both of them mentioned they're thrilled that the training facility is in the east, and it's not too far away from northeastern Pennsylvania. Where are you calling home right now? And tell us about having the training facility right here in our kind of our backyard, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for the program, great for field hockey in America, because it's kind of in the hub of where all the great players come from, which is, like, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Virginia, Maryland. So it's good to have access to the facility and have young girls be able to come and watch us whenever they want. It's not, you're not, like, flying across the country. So I really think it's going to be good for the program. And I mean, we're not in San Diego anymore, which is kind of it's a bummer, but San Diego is so great. But you know, I mean, it's going to be good for the program. So we're really excited about it. And the facilities have been incredible. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better facility. We have, like, a huge locker room. The fields are awesome. We have an indoor a dome during the winter, which is, I mean, it's like world-class facilities. So,
Paige Selenski talking field hockey here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Paige, how about some advice out there for young players that are getting involved? It seems like field hockey is there's clubs and everything going on. Kids are getting involved, whether they're first, second, third grade. What's some advice for some young players, maybe 7th through 12th graders, to play the game of field hockey? What could they do to kind of keep working at that game and try to get to the level that 3 girls from northeastern Pennsylvania are currently at?
Just get involved in as much as you can. I mean, there was a point where I realized, I think I was in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, where I knew that this was a sport for me, and I played everything from soccer to softball, basketball, everything. And at one point I realized that, this is a sport for me, and this is what I can really excel in. So I just really got involved in as much as I can, clubs, tournaments, futures, everything I could possibly do to really improve as a player. And then I use track on the side to help improve my speed, which has been a huge part of my game. So, I mean, just get involved and learn as much as you can. Take advantage of when you have an amazing coaching staff. Take advantage of them and pick their brains and learn as much as you can.
Paige Selenski, so much success on the field and in life. Congratulations for all your accolades at this point in your career. We wish you well as you and some of the girls here in northeastern Pennsylvania, Kat Sharkey and Kelsey Kolajacek, continue the quest to get to the Olympics for 2016. Thank you, Paige.
Thank you.
USA Field Hockey, Paige Selenski from Dallas here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.